welcome to Coastal Living. We have a great show for you all today. Of course, we want you to adopt, don't shop. So we have a cute little furry friend, our pet of the week, that we're introducing to you today. Also, our friends at STVT have some really great advice for you if you're looking to enhance your career. We've also got some really great tips for you as well. We have an incredible show lined up for you all. So much to talk about, so thank you for joining us. You're watching Coastal Living. Hello everybody, we have another familiar face back in the studio. Every year we visit with Miss Danielle to learn about the Texas Yes program, benefiting students right here in our community, which we love to see. So it's great to have you back. Talk to me about this year's event. Yeah.
Well, we're really excited. You know, Texas Yes has been in the Coastal Bend area for several years now, and every year in August we support 8,000 students with free school supplies, which really equals about 24 elementary schools within the Corpus Christi ISD, and then we also support some outer markets as well. And, you know, we can't do it without the support of the viewers and donors, and one particular donor that we really want to highlight. Right now they have a campaign going on for Texas Yes Project, which is Taco Palenque.
All right.
So you can visit the location here in Corpus Christi, and you can go in, you can make a donation. They put your name on a book, they put it up on the wall. They're really excited to start displaying those. And This is our first year participating with this location. And they have a huge goal. They want to be able to raise, you know, several $1,000s to help support our Box of Dreams program, which then supports the local students. So we're really excited about promoting that and really being able to help more students come August. So you can go in, you can make a $1 donation, a $5 donation, or if you really want to get crazy, make more than that, feel free. But one thing that we always kind of say is that for every $25 donation that we receive, we're able to help about 3 students receive a free school supply kit. These kits include everything from folders, tissues, glue, rulers, pens, pencils, crayons, matte pencils, everything that the students need to feel confident and start the school year off on the right foot.
Now, you personally, have you had the experience of like delivering any of the supplies or being able to witness the outcome?
Every year, you know, we physically go into the schools during the first week of school and we distribute to all students, kinder through 5th grade. And the reason we do that is because we want every student to feel like they're on the same playing field. We're not singling anybody out because maybe they couldn't afford school supplies, but really saying it's an opportunity for every student. And if by some chance a student says, "Oh, I already have crayons," great, you can use these at home for homework. But there's too many kids out there that aren't able to have those supplies, and we really want to not just help out the school district, but also the parents as well. It's a huge sacrifice. The average cost to get a kid ready for school costs anywhere between $150 to $200 based on the grade level. So if we can say, let's take that financial burden off, because you might have, you know, 2 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids, that's a lot of money to spend at the beginning of the school year. And so we take that financial burden off. We say, we got you covered. We'll get you the basics. Let's get you through the school year. And then they don't have to stress so much about making sure that they have, you know, lunch ready for the kids, or keeping electricity on. And it's so much money that they're able to then refocus in other areas.
I love that. So for anybody who can't make it to Taco Palenque, is there a way for us to donate online?
Yes, viewers can go online to texasyesproject.org. They can always check out our website. We have volunteer opportunities down here, always looking for folks to help us distribute those school supplies during that first week.
Great.
We also have little lockers that are all around Corpus Christi. So if you ever want to get a craft during the summertime or get a free book, you can visit our website to see what locations the lockers are at.
Very good. Okay, well, thank you all so much for keeping this campaign alive here in the Coastal Bend. We're so grateful for it, guys. So it's our duty to go donate and make sure we take care of our kids. It takes a village, and we're all a part of it. So thank you so much for visiting, and let's be all a part of Texas Yes.
Now, Coastal Living's Pet of the Week.
Hey everybody, today we are here with Matilda and Mr. Kendrick Fermar.
Yes.
All right, close to the famous, possibly related to Kendrick. You recognize him from the Super Bowl, but this guy has so much spunk and character. Now Matilda is with Corpus Christi Animal Care Services, and Kendrick here is looking for a new home. So we're having a blast with him already, but talk to us a little bit about his personality. First and foremost, loves the treats.
Yes, he's very treat motivated. He is already neutered, and we think he's potty trained, and he does very well with other dogs and other kids. He absolutely does well with especially little kids. They loved playing with him. They loved playing with him. They loved petting him. We took him to a school. Everybody absolutely adored Kendrick, and he didn't even really care for anything else other than the treats.
Very cute. I love it. How long has he been with you guys?
So Kendrick has been at the shelter for around 30 days, and we're just trying to find him a really good home.
Okay. Likes other dogs, which
Yes,
is
he
cool. So
likes
if you
other
already have a
dogs.
home of a few pets and you're willing to take in more, I think the chemistry is really important. Do you have something where, I mean, can people bring their own dogs over, or do they foster the pet and see how they do in their own home? Is that
Yeah,
how
so
that works?
you guys can go ahead and bring your own pet to the shelter, and we can definitely set up a meet and greet.
Cool. Just to see how they get along and all those good things. I love that you mentioned that he's great with kids. Of course, he's got energy too. So I remember we had to relocate one of our dogs once. They're like, well, he jumps. And I was like, well, it is a dog. So let's keep that in mind, right? But again, if you have the energy, seems like he's a pretty big size. He may have some more room to grow. Do y'all know how old he is?
He is 2 years old, so he's
2
done
years.
growing.
Okay,
Yes.
he's all done. Probably has a lot of energy. So if you're active, you're a runner, if you have a park nearby, seems like he would really enjoy that too. So what opportunities do we have to come visit Kendrick and his friends at Animal Care Services?
So, buddy.
Yeah, we can
So
stop by
our adoptions
anytime.
are Monday through Saturday, 1 to 1.
There it is.
Our
He likes
adoption-
me. He likes me,
Our
Shady.
adoptions are Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5:30, and our adoptions are only $25, and they come microchipped, spayed or neutered, and with their age-appropriate vaccines.
Amazing. All right, so Kendrick and his friends are looking for a new home. Stop by any of those times. You can foster, you can check them out, try them out for a little while, and see if they're going to fit your home. But there's lots of furry friends, dogs and cats looking for homes at Corpus Christi Animal Care Services, so stop by and visit Kendrick Fermar and his friends.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Coastal Living's Pet of the Week is paid for by Animal Medical Corpus Christi, family owned and operated since 1981.
Hi, good morning. My name is Della Meadows. I am here today to talk about a little bit about the people in my life that have influenced me, and especially the women in my life. I would have to say my grandmother was a huge influence in my life. She raised 6 children during the Depression with my grandfather away at war and saved all her money while he was away, and when he came home they were able to buy 100 acres of land and establish themselves today as a generational place for all our family to meet. And that people will look at her pictures of her children and they're all scrawny and poor looking, and they go, was your family poor? And I go, and we look and go, well, I think they might have been, but we just didn't notice it. And I guess that's how we all lived at that time. That passed down to my mother, and my dad I was raised in a military family. I traveled all over the world until I came to Kingsville, Texas, where I graduated high school. I wound up moving to Dallas, where I began my career in theater exhibitor company, where I stayed for 25 years. And it was there that it wasn't a woman that mentored me, it was a man who owned it, and he gave me so many opportunities. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, actually, and he groomed me. He put me into lots of training, lots of situations that made me uncomfortable but made me grow and gave me a lot of confidence coming out of it. And to this day, people will go, you're so confident all the time, you seem comfortable in all that you do. And I go, but I wasn't always this person. It's because somebody along the way believed in me and gave me opportunities that I probably didn't warrant or I didn't feel like I deserved. But it gave me a vast amount of experience that today I'm very passionate about passing along to other generations. I'm very passionate about reaching down to young professional women to let them know that there are better ways to conduct yourself in an environment where you feel like you are not a fit, and how to have the confidence to move forward. And I practice that with my own daughter, my granddaughters. Somebody once asked me if a very conservative family member, if I was a feminist, and I had to think about that. And I said, I am a feminist. If you think a feminist is believes in having equal opportunities for women, and whether that opportunity is to choose to be a stay-at-home mom and do the wonderful raising of your children, caring for your household, or if you choose to have a different career path, or you want to do a hybrid of both of them, we should have those opportunities available to us. And so I always encourage women, if you have a dream, find ways to small baby steps to pursue those dreams. Surround yourself with people who want to support you and encourage you in that dream. And in my position, the YWCA, I love this organization. I've been part of it for now almost 8 years, and I see the impact that we have in young women, young girls. We have our Equal Pay Day event, helping women learn how to negotiate salaries, because that's something typically women have not been comfortable doing as well as men do. And so we have that workshop on Equal Pay Day. And we also have an Institute for Public Leadership, and it's off election years where we have women who are interested in running for political office or working on a campaign. And we have women who come in and help guide them through that process, what that looks like, how they need to be prepared for that. Because change is really going to happen for women when women are in the seats of political power. And because I know men are equally wonderful. I'm married to one, and but their minds don't think like women. They may have compassion for women's plights, but they don't live it and breathe it every day like women do. So it's very important that, especially young girls, see that representation for themselves, so that they know that the sky's the limit for them. My name is Della Meadows, Development Director for the YWCA Corpus Christi. I am very excited to celebrate Women's History Month starting in March. There are so many wonderful events and so many reasons for each of us to celebrate the women in our world.
Welcome back to STVT's Tricks of the Trades. Combination welding is a rewarding yet challenging career field. These tips will help you develop good habits, improve welds, and also build your confidence into your new skill set. 1. Set yourself up for success. Clean the metal before you weld, check your ground clamp, and tack weld first. This will all ensure a proper fitment. 2. Listen to the arc. A steady frying bacon sound means that your settings are correct. And 3, practice welding in different positions. Overhead and vertical welding is harder, but it is necessary skills for some job sites. All of this can be learned with South Texas Vocational Technical Institute's combination welding program. Check us out on the next episode of Tricks and Trades.
Featuring the creatives that live right here in the Coastal Bend. We like to call it Coastal Creative. Has a little ring to it, right? Well, I have Kelly Olson here, who is recognized most recently as the annual artist, the first annual featured artist for Barefoot Mardi Gras, which is a huge tradition out here on the island. But today we're going to explore even more of his art, learn a little bit about his style, which is so unique. We're in a gallery now, and to me, this really stands out. So he's got a very, very strong style, without me having a better word for that.
Thank you.
So
Thanks.
talk to me a little bit about where you came up with this and your history as an artist.
So abstract is my passion. Even sometimes when I do like a traditional form, say a turtle, it's got to be abstract. I just really enjoy the abstract part of it. So this is 50 years of distilling down the parts and pieces that I really enjoy. I like my compositions to be up close and personal while I'm doing them. For example, this is the line work in the background. You might call that automatic drawing. Some artists don't even look at the paper when they're laying it down. And then it just kind of morphs from there. And in terms of style, I have a tight style, sort of an illustrator style. But the negative space is important. So even on, say, the turtle, in between the scales, the negative space is important, and all of the negative space, and even these white spaces by the lines are very important to making me happy when I'm doing it.
Absolutely, and I know you've got some little stories that coincide with these pieces of art, and there's sort of a deeper level to the inspiration of whatever chaos somebody may perceive when first looking at this art. So how can you explain that to somebody?
Well, so it's kind of twofold. You know, maybe from 30 feet away, you want them to be interested, and if they like it and love it, then there's a little bit more that goes behind the scenes about where it came from. And so, like, for example, this is the beginning of a series. It's all about nothing in the universe is solid matter. It's all matter vibrating at different frequencies. So this is all about light and water vibrations.
Who are some of your artistic inspirations growing up?
So first of all, my dad, a carpenter, and he was a really funny guy and a carpenter, and I learned from him that being lost in the creative moment was priceless. And then in terms of other artists, MC Escher.
Okay.
He was about symmetry and tessellation of backgrounds and so many other things. And then the dance between geometry and nature is big for me. And the whole large concept of infinity.
Yes,
So
I can see that, yeah.
a lot of my compositions appear like they're just going to go on forever off the edge. So that's kind of a big deal.
We want to support you. Where do we find you online? How can we get a hold of your art?
So all I have right now is Instagram at MK Olson.
Great.
I'm in the Padre Island Art Gallery, Port Aransas Art Center.
Beautiful.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, especially if you live out here on the island, but I think anyone from the coastal bend wants something to symbolize our love for being by the water and the beach and all those great things. And if you want something with a story to tell, we've got it all right here at the Padre Island Art Center. So stop by and support Kelly and all the fantastic artists that are featured here. This is my first visit. I feel horrible saying that, but I'm very excited that I now know this exists. I'll be talking about it and bringing my family back. A beautiful sight to see. So stop by, check it out, and support all of our coastal creatives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Credit card debt has hit $986 billion in the fourth quarter of 2022. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Forbes also reports the average credit card interest rate is now at 23.77%. Many Corpus Christi residents are left wondering how to deal with this overwhelming credit card payments. Well, fortunately, we have Tim Wilkins here. He is highly rated, veteran-owned, and Texas-based company Debt Redemption Texas Debt Relief, joining us with solutions to our debt. Yay! Thank you for joining us, Tim.
Thank you for having me, Clarissa. This is a big problem. People know this, but when we say 23.77, they might have missed a keyword in there, average. We're seeing people come to us for help with 29, 30, 34. That's just brutal when you're trying to keep up with inflation and high interest rates.
I think a lot of us are sort of in survival mode now, like you mentioned, where it's like, how can we even keep up with these payments while trying to maintain our current lifestyle? A lot of us are downgrading in a lot of other aspects in our life just to make these payments. So what solutions do you all have for us?
Well, we always suggest come to us sooner rather than later. A lot of people are coming to us after they've burned through their cash and they're drowning in debt. For some people, that solution could be a debt consolidation loan. And what that does is possibly gives them a lower payment every month with a lower interest rate, helps them weather the storm through inflation and future rate hikes. For other people, that could be a credit counseling program that can do a lot of those same things without a new loan. Or for people who are really suffering, we have our Texas Debt Relief Program that actually works to negotiate reductions in what they owe, their principal balance. And that can provide a huge relief for people who are really struggling.
Why should Texans avoid the out-of-state debt relief companies?
Well, those national companies, you'll even see it in their name sometimes, tend to not even be real debt relief companies. They're actually just lead generation companies trying to get your information and sell it to the highest bidder. On top of that, those companies tend to charge really high fees. We're very proud to only take care of our fellow Texans and provide fees that are up to 40% less.
Wow, amazing. Because those fees can be really intimidating. It's like you're trying to get out of debt, but then you're paying more to get there. So you want somebody that you can trust for sure. I do really well with visuals, and I understand you brought some graphs to help explain the different options with more or less like a $50,000 credit card debt, right?
This really does help people look at it, and 50,000 is average for us. Let's look at how much you'll pay off over time with that 50,000. That could be up to $109,000 in this example, just making those minimums. A debt consolidation loan, you might see that at just under 67, credit counseling under 64. But with our Texas Debt Relief Program, that could be actually less than what you owed today, which is a huge relief. This next one is the crucial one. When people lay out their bills every month and say, can we even make these payments? Those minimums right now could be as much as $2,000 with rate hikes on the horizon. Now, debt consolidation could be just over 900. Credit counseling, just over 1,000, both a big relief when you're thinking about the previous was 2,000. That Texas Debt Relief Program, $750, depending on your situation. And this next part is the really important part as well. If you don't feel like you're making an impact on your credit card debt, it's because sometimes you're not. It could take up to 20 plus years to pay those cards off just making minimums. Debt consolidation could be 6 years, credit counseling around 5, but that Texas Debt Relief Program could be as little as 24 to 48 months depending on your budget.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate the considerable savings. And of course, our viewers should know that Debt Redemption is 100% veteran owned, which we love, highly rated. We always look for the credentials, and you've been serving Texans for 20 years, which is fantastic. How can we get a hold of you?
reach out to one of our Texas debt specialists by phone or by email. We always, it's important to get that free no obligation consultation. The phone number is 800-971-4060, and that website is pretty easy. We've tied it to you folks. That is debtredemption.com/KRIS6.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your help, everyone. And again, if you struggle with any amount of debt, but 30,000 to say 100, our friends have you covered. So visit that website, call the number, and let's get you out of debt ASAP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching us. We hope you enjoyed the show. And of course, thank you to all of the fantastic guests that came on. It's so important for us to support local businesses, local artists and creators. So be sure to use everything you learn on here to help your future and to encourage yourself to get out on town and support all these fantastic people. Keep up with us online at Coastal Living TV on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget, you can find all your favorite episodes commercial free on our YouTube channel at Coastal Living TV Corpus Christi. Have a fun and great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.